Let's be real. If there's one thing most music producers ignore, it's their marketing. Maybe you throw together some Instagram posts to try and promote your tracks. Maybe you go ahead and make a custom website. Maybe you even start doing things like building an email list. Now, don't get me wrong, these are all great ways to get involved and start building up your marketing efforts. But to take full advantage of your opportunities in 2024, you're gonna need a plan and a process, as this marketing world is growing faster and faster every year. So in this video, I'm gonna give you the behind the scenes process of mapping out a 6-figure music producer marketing calendar. Now, while I myself don't produce anymore, let me show you how we're gonna do it for our music producer agency clients in today's video. First, it's all going to start with the tools. So to plan out your year, you're gonna need a calendar. Now, there's a whole bunch of calendar apps that you can find online, and honestly, most of them are trash, so I wouldn't recommend using any of those. In this video, I'm gonna be using the calendar feature in a program called Notion. Notion is completely free to use, and we use it for everything inside of our agency and the entire Heat business. And I mean everything. Literally, there's an instruction doc for how to use the copy machine at the main office. On a more serious note though, I can also have our clients be able to access their own pages so they can see everything and be in the loop. So when it comes to building out a calendar for them for the year, this is something that is perfect. Second, we need to figure out what exactly our clients' goals are for this year. Obviously, it is a guarantee they want to make more money, but where should the focus be on able to hopefully do that? And most importantly, what action steps can we take to turn that from just a big goal to actual inputs we can do? To give you an example, I lost over 100 pounds a few years ago. Obviously, my dream goal was to just lose the weight in general, but that became input steps of track my calories, work out, and sleep better. So after hopping in a quick call with some of our clients, here's some of the goals that we had turned our focus toward. Number 1, which is a shocker, make more money, double the email list, run more holiday deals and first-time customer offers and overall sales, and try to double the website traffic as well. So that is exactly what we're gonna focus on in this video, and I'll make sure that you can easily create your own calendar no matter where you're at and what your goals are too. Now, it can be pretty daunting to start mapping out this entire calendar, so here is what we're gonna do instead. Instead of looking at it as a whole year, we're gonna break it down into quarters. In business talk, you know the corporate lingo we use at the music producer agency we run. A quarter of the year is about a 90-day or 3-month period. We're gonna do this because it's gonna make it a lot easier to focus on this smaller time period than thinking about planning for the whole year. Great, we now went from 365 days to about 90 days. There's still one more step in order for us to actually get planning. What we need to do is reverse engineer our original goals and figure out what the input goals are. This concept actually comes from the book Atomic Habits, where they're referred to as systems. The author, James Clear, brilliantly explains on how our success is really shaped by the systems we put in place rather than the ultimate goal that we set. So long story short, it's the little habits, those daily routines, and those small decisions we make that pave the way for our bigger achievements. Whether it's losing weight, learning a new skill, or building a business, it's all about setting up a system of small, manageable input goals that you can control. So now that we understand that, let's turn our big goals into input steps. Let's start off with doubling the email list. Email marketing has been one of the most important aspects we focused on this year in the agency. And ultimately, growing the email list should only help to grow the results we can see from email in 2024. So let's think about it. How can we get people onto the email list? The best way is with lead magnets, which are usually free items you give people in exchange to get their email address. For instance, Kavi does a free Loop Friday almost every Friday, and he's been doing this for quite some time now. So boom, we never realized it, but there is the perfect lead magnet idea to promote. Now, of course, we also need a way to get people to these lead magnets. Now, most of our clients already have a decent YouTube and Instagram following, so those will be our main focuses. And truth be told, you're probably going to be using the same exact platforms, so definitely pay attention. So here is what we ended up coming up with. Every Friday, when there is a free Loop Friday, Kavi will post an IG story telling people to reply with a certain keyword, and we will have them reply verify with their email to then get it and join the list. But that brings us to probably one of the most important steps of doing all this is that we have to measure what these inputs give us. So to make sure, one of our smaller goals we're tracking is at least 2,000 new emails per month. This is also really helpful because it makes you focus on like, okay, in this time frame of 30 days, what are all the possible ways we could reach that goal of 2,000? So now what we did is we looked at our calendar within that first month and we thought, okay, with the free spaces we have, what can we do to get more emails? And I'd recommend you do the exact same now. Look at your calendar and start plotting out your next few moves for your first goal. So now we have to remember, the main goal of everyone doing pretty much anything is to make money. So how are we going to turn these free emails into actual paying customers? Well, sales campaigns are a great way to get people to make their first purchase or make money from the existing customers on your email list already. So then the question is, when do you run these sales campaigns and what do they look like? Well, here are some popular holidays or occasions in the year that you can run sales for. In February, there's Valentine's Day. In March, you have the start of spring. In June, you have the start of summer. In July, you have the 4th of July. In August, you have 808 Day. September, end of summer. October, Halloween. November, Black Friday. And December, Christmas. Now, most of the campaigns we run end up being between 7 to 10 days long, with some shorter flash sales between 3 to 4 days. And when it comes to doing sales campaigns, this is 100% something that you should be doing, especially if you're already consistently making over $1,000 per month with your music. These sales campaigns will definitely give you some great results. Now, something I also want to mention here is what I'm going to call frat boy marketing. And let me explain. I got this from the GOAT Alex Hormozi, but he basically said you have to treat marketing like a frat guy who wants to party. That frat guy will find any reason to throw a party, and people will show up if the reason is good enough. Frat House was built 85 years ago. Party time. Kyle got a motorcycle. Party time. Your marketing needs to do the same essentially. You need to find creative ways that make sense to have a sale for your business. These could be things like you just hit 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. Maybe you just got your first or another major placement. Maybe you bought this expensive ass keyboard and you want to give back. So listen, you shouldn't be running sales every week, but these little kind of frat boy flash sales could be a great way to add some spice into your marketing calendar for the upcoming year. So really marketing wise now, your calendar should be plenty full for now. But what you have to understand is that none of this matters if we can't get people to see these deals or see the website in the first place, right? So that brings us to our third goal, which is to increase traffic. Traffic is by far one of the hardest parts in this whole equation when starting out. And truth be told, the creators we work with have already mastered most of this process, so it's not like we're starting completely from zero. But this does bring along a new world of problems that we do have to solve. So once you understand more about business, you realize that marketing is a funnel. On a very broad level, in order to get more customers, it all starts with getting those eyeballs on social media. So you get more eyeballs, which leads to more traffic, which should lead to more customers. Now, the thing about this process is that we've already done a lot of the website redesign process for optimization and conversion in 2023. So now our focus is more on getting that traffic, because trying to get more and more website traffic before getting the website optimized for conversion, it's basically like filling a cup with water that has holes. So by optimizing the website, you're basically then taping up those holes, if you want to think about it like that. But like I said though, most of the creators we work with already have a great understanding of social media, which means that our job isn't to make them better creators, but it's to mainly find ways or tools to better turn those views they're getting into actual website visitors. So let's go over just a few of our ideas that you can also do for yourself. One of the biggest things that isn't groundbreaking, but just essential, is to add call to actions to every single YouTube video. A call to action is simply saying something like, if you want to get a free Notion account, I put a link in the description to get signed up. So I get it, right? This seems so fundamental and so basic, but the matter of the fact is you need to bring someone's attention to the one thing you want to get them towards. They're not just going to go in the description and click on it. Some will, but not a lot. Another strategy is by utilizing ManyChat more. ManyChat is a way that we can create automated Instagram messages and flows based off Instagram activity. And unlike emails where they have a 20 to 40% open rate that we see for our clients, ManyChat is usually at like 95 to 100% open rate because of how direct the process is with happening on Instagram. So the main goal here is just trying to find any way possible to do something special on Instagram, whether stories or a post, to have people go through those flows and automations on ManyChat. This year, ManyChat was absolutely a goldmine for us when we did our sync licensing course. In all of our content, we had told people to comment or message us masterclass, and we would send them a link to the landing page to get signed up. These ManyChat automations got us almost 1,000 signups just from the Instagram content alone. So we got a ton of eyeballs on our stuff, we got a ton of visitors, we got a ton of emails to sign up for that masterclass, and the launch of that went absolutely insane. So any way we can, we're trying to find ways to incorporate ManyChat into the sales, offers, and everything else. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see the process behind making over $90,000 for our clients on Black Friday, watch this video right here.